Hello, thanks for tuning in to another exciting episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Thanks for checking me out. Just want to go over some recent things. Now, in the past, people have said to me that this, Mandela Effect doesn't cover new things that you just don't know about. But I, in fact, would say that this either is a example of a simulation theory in reality or a multiverse or a combination of the two. So these are in that category. So I'm gonna follow up to my last one and do something about fruit and strange changes with bugs. So here we go. So there's something new that's attacking North America that came up from, and I'm sure people know the answer. It's called the kissing bug. So the kissing bug is now a new bug. That's wasn't here before, right? So it could fly up, bite you on the face, and then you get Chigger's disease, which is incurable, and you can die. So some people say back in my previous timeline, it's hard to explain this kind of situation, but never heard of kissing bugs before, was never a problem, but now kissing bugs might be a major problem, and you have to keep your pets inside, and they're near Connecticut, and you got to watch out for these kissing bugs. There's Delaware raises alarm in the summer. I think I would have heard of a kissing bug because listen, I'm a plugged in cat. You know what I'm saying? I know what's going down. I try to spend half an hour to an hour every day going through the news. Just to give you an idea, in the morning when I wake up, I go, okay, what's out there? And I'm looking at science, I'm looking at everything. So, and this bug is literally bugging me out. So hopefully you knew all about it and you're well prepared. I hope, if not, watch out, right? So we have that. Now, last night I'm laying in bed and I took out this iPad and I said, if I'm in another multiverse, let me see what's out there. What's the craziest thing I could think of to imagine? And I was laying there and I'm like, grapes. If I'm going on fruit, it'd be grapes. They're multicolored. And, they had those. That's a Mandela effect. So I was like, oh, wait, that's already a Mandela effect. Okay. Then I started thinking crazy thoughts. I'm like, what's the craziest, what's the most trippiest thing you could think of concerning like fruit? And then concerning anything. So I came up, I said, kiwi. Kiwis are freaking crazy. Like, where did we come up with kiwi anyway? Kiwis are freaky. So I typed in kiwi, but I said, what would be really crazy is a kiwi that was like a size of a grape. That would flip me out. Okay, so now we have kiwis that are size of grapes. You can't make this stuff up, or can you? So this is kiwis that are, the size of grapes now. And it's not like it says here, kiwi berries are going to be your new fruit obsession. Okay, where were they? That they're now new, your new fruit obsession, where were they before? But yet people say they've been around for thousands of years. Oh, you didn't know about the kiwi berry? Oh, they're delicious. So now I'm like, that's flipping me out, right? So I'm like, it'd be crazy if they had mini avocados, right? You're like, no, they can't have mini avocados. There's no such thing as a mini avocado. And now There's the baby avocados, the cutest ever are now around. So there's mini avocados. So you have minis. It's in backwards because that's the way it is. But there's minis avocados. So there's mini avocados. And certainly there's someone's going to say, here's something new seedless avocados look like mini pickles. So I just discovered that while I'm doing this. And of course you're going to say, now they're saying new seedless avocados. So new, they're new. So how new are they? Did we just genetically engineer avocados to be seedless and now they're everywhere and you didn't know about it? Or let's see, avocados have had a big year. Okay, let's see let's scroll through this. Oh my gosh. You know what? It doesn't really say. It's crazy because they say it's new, but then they don't say how new, and so they've been around forever. Now, so I had to talk about these fruits and vegetables, this crazy, and this new bug. The other thing I want to get into, the news today just came out. So they used the Hubble telescope and they discovered that they took some pictures of a distant galaxy and they discovered, we're moving 9 times faster than we were previously thought to have been able to move. So we're moving 9 times faster. Also, they're saying that the universe is younger than it was before. And they said they're going to have to invent a whole new level of physics to describe the universe that we're in now, which correlates with all the data points that I've been making in my other videos, that that time was speeding up for us. But like I said to someone that I respect in the community, Jay Chris, I said to him that and I said this in the past, if everybody everything shrunk, let's say for example, everything shrunk half its size, would you notice everything everywhere was shrunk? And he correctly answered that no, it didn't shrink. No, you couldn't tell. So that's correct. So if time for us sped up everywhere in the whole universe, could we tell? No. But you could think that the photograph that they had previously was like a Mandela Effect, because they had one that was previously wasn't shifted like it's shifted now. So scientists are actually collaborating the data and the data points that I made in my videos and saying the same thing. Now, I haven't done the math that they're saying it's 9 times. We're expanding, they're saying. We're expanding at a rate 9 times faster than previously thought. Which, I don't want to do it right in front of you now to do the math problem in my head to figure it out. And when I say math, I mean just link the logic points together. But, with that said, if you were, moving faster now, then that would, make sense. So, with the times, it seems to be with time, and let me say this, I said time before. If you're in a higher energy state, it would make sense with time. It's hard to figure out, but we're definitely not a higher, dense, more energetic state. So when you're in what I was saying before, we're in a place where you're having more potentialities. So there's the potentiality for your environment, what you're experiencing, those potentials can happen quicker. So what you might say is miracles can happen faster. Oh, there is something I wanted to say that I just discovered right before I came on and did this, but I'm going to just say it out loud. I haven't thought it through all the way yet, but songs. So with songs that they were getting cut off in the end, and everybody, the people who are affected by the Mandela Effect, who are really plugged into what the situation's happening with the Mandela Effect, know that songs like, the Queen song, and I mentioned in a video, Queen's Reich, they lost silent lucidity at the end of one song. I mentioned that before. So there's a lot of songs that are ending. And I noticed at the beginning of songs now, like, we're missing a half measure, a half step at the beginning of a lot of songs, which is very strange. I could give you some specifics, but I was listening to a lot of Alice in Chains, and I mean, I know the songs. I'm right now in the process of trying to memorize a lot of things, and some of those things are some of the things I'm trying to memorize. And playing it back, playing it, and then I'm like, that didn't make it. So does that mean that we're in a simulation where it was crunched, and that data was transferred and then it got lost? Does it mean that it was actually that data was moved somehow, and then it got cut off? Does that mean that that song length was because time and let's say the universe is expanding, they're saying more rapidly, is that leading to these kind of things? Is that leading to us losing part of a song because it's moving faster and the data is being lost, which is crazy. So I don't know, but I do have some good theories. I don't talk about all my theories until I kind of vet them myself, but these are new data points that I thought I'd bring up, see if anybody wants to bounce back at me with any ideas that I could go off of, because I've noticed that I've actually, if I could have the chance to speak to somebody about these kind of things, then it brings up something new in my own mind, and then I'll understand it better. So that's why I'm doing these videos, to help me, to help you, to help us. So, I could just stay quiet and just work on my own. But I thought I'd bring up some of these things that I've noticed new. So we are in the Cygnus system now, Cygnus universe, where if I am traveling to another multiverse, this multiverse would be the Cygnus multiverse, where we were in Orion Cygnus now, where previously we were in Orion Spur, and previous to that we were in Orion Sagittarius. So now, as I said, it looks to me that we're traveling to Orion Perseus. And I mentioned that before, but it seems relevant that if, and again, I don't want to even conjecture about these kind of things right now, but I was able to determine that from old memes that the crystals were vibrating, like I mentioned before, 786,000 times per millisecond. You divide a second into 1,000, and that now it was at 32,600 pulses, the same crystals pulsing per second. So that's a startling fact. Also thought I'd throw out there something I it flipped me out. I deleted the video, but just throwing out now that the Mandela Effect was it was an Einstein-Rosenberg bridge, not Einstein-Rosen, as now is the case. So it dropped the Rosenberg versus Rosen. Thank you so much for your comments about that. Somebody said that they believed that it was for the elect to be fooled by the name changing. And I understand if it was just name changing, I agree, that these are very spiritual things, like, too. So it's not just scientific. I'm trying to come as this spiritual sciences channel. I'm trying to come from more of a scientific viewpoint, but then take those data points, again, saying the word data points, and putting to a spiritual sense to take it to all those prophecies that we've been hearing about, and then make more sense. And I'm going to sign off in a minute. I like to keep these short and sweet, and get right to it. So that is basically it. I said a lot. I talked for a bit. Before I had the ability to do live streaming, I did live stream, and someone mentioned that I thought that YouTube just doesn't allow, change their policy and doesn't allow live stream anymore for users with under 1,000 subscribers. Someone's mentioning to me that that's always been the case. It's always been. And how did I do that? In the multiverse, I just think it's funny. In the multiverse I came from before, my videos were anybody could do a live stream on any mobile device. That was just it. And now you have to have 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know. Maybe it's a multiverse thing. Maybe they changed the policy somehow. Maybe I slipped underneath the door. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that. And I don't see a lot of likes, so like me. Not me, it's the video. If you don't like it, don't like it. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm a tough guy. Anyway, thanks so much. Love you. And for the guys, peace. All right, thanks. Bye.